We are live, ladies. Woo, woo, woo. Energy in the room.
Yes.
Energy everywhere. These are people that carry their market on their head. See the
Yes,
energy
so
in the room. Yes, viewers. So we say to you, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you're watching from, or if you're going to be watching the replay of this podcast. So, guys, we're back again with the same topic, the same thing we talk about all the time is all about how we can start earning online, how we can start building a lifestyle that we actually truly deserve so that we can stop rushing for train, rushing for car, for coach, and driving miles and miles away to get to work. So we can walk in the comfort of our home. That is what this is all about. Or if you work from home, this can also be like a side hustle for you. So much ado about nothing. My name is Mary, and I live in the United Kingdom. I come from Nigeria originally. My background is midwifery, though retired now since I started my digital business online. And yes, I'm a mom of three and I'm loving, my business. I love the Lord and I love the people of God as well. So I have my colleagues on the screen today. Some of our panelists, they are doctors, some are lawyers, some are nurses, some are, all sorts of life. Okay, guys, we have them all in our community. So, but today, I'm going to be calling this my beautiful ladies one by one, and I can even see Omi sitting there comfortably with her mom. This is self-employment. This is what we are talking about. You can do this business as a mom, sitting at home, looking after your children. You can do it even as a side business, as a side hustle, along your career. And so there is no, barrier, and you can be a man, a woman, you can run this successful business, online. So, guys, I'm going to be calling this our beautiful panelists to introduce themselves one after the other. My first person I'm going to call is Sister Tony. Please, can you unmute yourself?
Hello, everyone. What a privilege to come to your screen once again. Thank you so much, Sister Mary, for this opportunity that we can rub minds together. My name is Toyin, popularly known as Toyin Digital. I am a Nigerian, but I'm living in the UK with my family. I run a successful digital business. I'm a trained accountant. I'm a qualified treasurer. I run a digital business from the comfort of my home. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. See, what did I say? We have all walks of life among us. And then the next person is Sister Helga. Can you please unmute yourself?
hello. Hi, everyone. This is Helga, all the way from Germany, a Kenyan by birth, a nurse by profession, a mom of three beautiful daughters, and now a very proud digital business owner, and also happy to be with you here today. Back to you.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Over to you, Omi, with your that lovely son. This is our
Hello,
mother, strong
everyone.
women.
Good afternoon from my end. My name is Umi. I'm a wife, mom of four, and a nurse by profession. I live in Manchester, UK, and a proud digital owner. Business.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for that. Very brief, but precise. These are mothers, She's a timber and caliber. When you see mothers that can multitask, she's a nurse. Did you hear it? She is a nurse. She's a mother, mommy of 4 children. Huh. And then again, she's a online business owner as well. So you see, this is what we're talking about. Women, we can multitask, and that is why this business cut across all sex, all profession. Anybody can plug into this business. It is awesome. So today, what are we actually discussing about? And a very, very interesting topic is talk about our mindset. Our mindset. If your mind is healthy, the whole of your body will be healthy. You can think clearly. You can see clearly. You can move without any disturbance, without any hindrance. Nothing hinders you. You can walk miles and miles away and you will not be tired. Because why? There is willingness from the inside. You have that, inner mind push. There's something pushing you, right? And you can do all things. Like the favorite scripture that says that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You have the strength, that supernatural strength builds you up. It keeps you going. You remain unstoppable. And this is what this business can actually do for you, and also other businesses, not just this business alone, but this is our business and we promote what we have, right, guys? So today, that topic is talking about my roadmap to online business, my mindset. What shift? Something must have given way. Something must have wakened everyone up. Why is it that everybody is actually talking about online business? Why is all professionals going to, online these days, looking for digital products that they can plug themselves into? And that's because of mindset shift. That mindset shift that say enough is enough. I don't want to keep, rushing for train, running after buses, waking up so early in the morning, coming back late when it's dark, right? You don't get to see the day, my days of nursing. I remember I leave home, it's dark. I come back home when it's still dark. And then I said to myself, hey, well, like we do in Africa, what did happen? Who did I offend? Who did I offend? Because back in Africa, as an immigrant, we were not used to this. You go to work, you come back on time. Teachers will go to school by 2:30, 3:30, they are back home, right? Even nurses, you do half, shift that by 2:30 you're done. And if you're going on a night shift, you go late in the evening. So you have all day. But this one, your day, even though they give you that opportunity to do the same thing, but it's not the same. Because when you look at the cost of you having to travel 5 days a week, all the salary they are giving you is already done, right? Half of it is already gone on transportation. So that, the society, the system is not making it that easier for us, even as immigrants, to actually get our head properly clued into what we are doing in the diaspora. And that's why a lot of people find it so difficult to settle, right? Because it's completely different mind shift. But the moment, your mind is focused and you're able to say, you know what, I can dissect this bit by bit, then you can start aligning yourself with your vision. So this is what this business offer, and this is what you can give you. So much ado about nothing. So I'm gonna call Sister Helga to take it away. Tell us what mind shift. What is it that shifted for you when you found this business? Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. Yeah. So for me, I'm going to talk about recognizing the need for change, because that is the first step that before you take any action is the first step that actually happens. So first of all, I want to acknowledge and say that I know many people always stay in situations even though they are not happy about it, but just because of out of responsibility. Me as a mom, I know more, or I know about that. But what I also wanted to say is that the moment you realize that you don't have to stay stuck in that situation, the moment you realize that you have the power to change that situation, the moment that you realize you don't have to be there, that is the first step to go. And most people always recognize the situation, but they keep staying there. And when they want to change, they say, I think it's too late. It's too late for me. But no, that I can reassure you, it is never too late. The moment you just recognize, oh, you are missing out on your kids' time, you're missing out on the day, just like Mary said, you come home, it's already dark, you go in the morning, it's dark. For me, I used to go to work when my kids were still sleeping, and I used to come back when they're already asleep. And I was like, so what was the point of even having these kids anyway, if I can't spend time with them? So that is when I recognized my own need to change. And I know most of us they recognize it, but then they stay stuck. But the moment you realize you really don't have to stay stuck in that situation, and you also realize it is not too late, you can always make that step. That is the turning point. That is the turning point. And that's why I would just like to reassure anybody that is stuck in whatever situation and is thinking, oh, I need to be here out of responsibility, or because the most thing that I've seen most of us are stuck with is for those women that are staying at home and don't have that financial start. Like they're staying at home, they're depending on their husbands. They for anything that they need, they'll be asking their husband. So when they see this opportunity, they're like, oh my God, I need it. I need to do something for myself. But they still stay and say, oh, my husband is already doing everything. He's already paying for everything. So if I start again to ask for this one, it will not work. But if you yourself, you're convinced that, wow, this is now my turning point, definitely you will find a way out. So for me, I'm going to ask everyone, or including myself, to just reflect on your situation right now and how bad do you really want this change? Because even me, when I started, I was not financially at the top of it, because if I was, then I wouldn't be looking for something. But since I recognized my need for that change, I moved all mountains to be here. And I'm grateful. I didn't do it on my own, of course. I thank God for it. And I'm grateful for this community too. So thank you.
Wow, wow. Nuggets. I was just picking it. Turning point, recognizing that you need this. You know, if she was just dishing it out, oh my goodness, Sister Hega, that is awesome. Guys, you recognizing your turning point. You know, there is this thing I always say to people: when anybody wake up, that is their own morning. Your money might not be now. Your money might be the next second. Your money might be the next day. She said something, said reflect on your situation. Right, guys, reflect on what you have going on in your life, because you might say your husband does everything. How about if that husband is not there tomorrow? How about if something happened, he's not able to do that provision? He cannot go to work anymore. He cannot earn so much to, to cater for the whole family. What is going to happen? This is why we women, they say we think 365 degrees, right? So this is why I want us to actually start reflecting. Let us do that reflection. The reflection is what is important. Let us reflect. Like she said, correctly said, reflection is very, very key in checking on yourself and also realizing that turning point in your life, that breaking moment, that moment that you say, okay, this is it. Enough is enough. I need to get out of this shell. I need to get out of my comfort zone. I need to start doing something for myself. Thank you so much, Sister Ega. I really love that. Awesome. So I'm going to quickly go to Omi. Can you please unmute yourself? Unmute yourself. Thank you.
Yeah. For me, it was letting go of fear and self-doubt. Taking that voice out of my head that's telling me that I'm not good enough, or I can't do this. Because people are doing it. If they can, I can. What I need to do is get in the right mindset. Stop doubting my capabilities. I am capable more than I think I am. I am learning, and I shouldn't be afraid people see me growing. I will make mistakes, which I will learn from. So I don't have to be perfect to be powerful. I can be myself and get to where I want to be. So doubting myself, oh, I can't do this, or Umi is shy, oh, I cannot go live speaking to people, talking to people. I will not be perfect, but I will try. Driving that doubt, that fear, taking that fear away, having the right mindset. So all you need, believe in yourself, have that right mindset. You can do it. You can do it your own way. You don't have to be perfect. So what I'm telling people out there is, if Umi can do it, so can you. You can do it. Just believe in yourself and have that right mindset. Nothing is impossible.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm loving the energy and all the nuggets. He said you don't need to be perfect to be powerful. I don't know if you guys are clocking those big grammar. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. She said, get rid of fear. Get rid of fear. Fear is deadly, right? We all know it. Fear, is deadly. So get rid of fear, get rid of self-doubt. I cannot do this, I cannot do that, or I'll do it today, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next year. Procrastination. He said, get rid of it. It's taking you nowhere. So I love the energy. I love it. Thank you so much, Omi. And that's a mom of 4 and a nurse, speaking from the heart. I love the energy. Thank you so much for all of that nuggets you just dish out there. So guys, my next speaker for this podcast. Oh, thank you so much for coming, for joining us, Sister Franca. I can see you there. But let me go to Sister Tony. And Sister Tony, so tell us, what shifted for you, when you find this online business, or what is it that was your drive that brought you where you are today? Thank you.
Thank you so very much for that question. And hello, everyone that you're watching us either live or a replay. It's always a pleasure and a delight, to have this kind of conversation. I have over 25 years experience that cuts across banking, audits, treasury. Over 25 years of that. So when I got to a point where I discovered that, the normal 9 to 5, which for me was 24 hours round the clock, wasn't going to cut it for me. I needed to do something and leverage the internet, the technology that we have to earn. Remember, I've always been an employee from day one. So somebody will already tell you, oh, this is what we're achieving this year. So we have our budget, you have instruction, you have structures made for you, and then you're just following. Somebody said, this is the way, and then you follow. When I started the digital business, okay, I have to deliberately work on the mindset that, you are the one calling the shots. Nobody is coming to help you. Nobody is coming to save you. You are the MD, CEO, HR, everything in this business. I needed to have that mindset shift. I needed to have a shift in the way I think, in the way I approach things. And you know what? It did not just only help me in the business. It helped me even in my personal life. It helped me even in my relationship with others. So I do not just see, oh, I'm following a regimented method or a route that I'll just, they've told you, and then you just comply. You are comfortable. Somebody say you're uncomfortable in a comfort zone. So even when they tell you stand up, you have to just stand up. When they say don't do this, you have to just come, because you want to secure your job. You want to be in that uncomfortable comfort zone. But when I started this business, you know what? Every form of hindrances, every limitation, you have to shatter it. You have to take the risk, calculated risk, informed risk. Let me give you a story. There was a particular year, everybody, when you're going for your annual vacation, so we have this, vacation calendar. So everybody selects what they're going to, when they want to go for vacation. So I approached my ED, executive director, say, oh, can I go in, say, July? And he said, oh, that's fine. Meanwhile, this was in January. So I told him, please, I'd like to go for my family vacation in July. We're going to be traveling. We're going to be buying tickets, securing accommodation and all of that. He said, oh, that's fine. So July was set. I went back home, told my husband, my children, yes, mommy is available July for annual vacation. And so we bought the ticket, we booked the hotel, we booked everything. In July, all right, when I need to officially put it to, in the app, we have a leave, request app. So I put it in, and the ED rejected it. So I walked up to him and said, remember, beginning of the year, it's even documented because you have a schedule. Remember, you approve it. He went on to say, now we want to do some recapitalization. Some people are coming. So I was like, excuse me, sir. I have already bought tickets. I've made provision for my family. And he said, sorry, we won't be able to release you. And, it dawned on me. That was one of the things that caused me to say, you know what? I need to begin to use my time the way I want to use it. And I'm so happy that I jumped from being an employee to an entrepreneur, a digital one at that. I'm even earning much, much more than when I was in that position. I was a treasurer, group treasurer, for over 8 years. However, my online business, it gives me, I can plan vacation. I can even jump on vacation unplanned for, because the digital business can be done anywhere. I'm from Nigeria, from a village, I can be in my village and be doing my business. When I'm even sleeping, my business is running 24/7 without a stop. So the mindset of, oh, I'm following a regiment, I'm following an instruction, I'm being caged, I'm being coerced, I'm being forced to like the job I do not like, I'm being forced to spend the time I don't want to spend at work. Now, all of that changed. All of that changed. The digital business gave me, a wider perspective. In Nigeria, they said this proverb: if you have not been to another person's farmland, you think your own is the biggest. If you have not tried a digital business, especially in this community, you think, oh, where you are, secure job is the best. My dear, as you're listening to us, the online business gives you time flexibility. It gives you liberty, freedom that you do not even think it exists. And earnings that when you see, you say, so this kind of money can be earned. You don't exchange your time for money. Let me stop there. Thank you.
Wow. I'm clapping for you. Awesome. Nugget. I'm loving this podcast. They are just dishing it up, right? Okay, guys. So you heard it all from our able accountant, who is now loving her digital business, right, guys? Time flexibility was a biggie for her, and family time was also a big thing for her, and this is what drive her. This is her drive into online digital business, to be able to not to, be caged. She used the word caged into a job. How many of us are caged into a job that we don't even, sometimes the way they speak to you, look at them, you think like you just like, if it's in back in my country, I'll give you backhand. To just shut you up, silence you. You want to do that, but because you look at you and say, if I try that, that's my daily allowance gone. That's no more job for me. This is how much the system has programmed a lot of us, that we feel we are trapped in a system that we cannot find a way to get out of it. And that is what we're talking about, this mindset shift. What is it that shift? And you find out that a lot of people that are able to escape from that cage, they are the one actually finding it, easier now to liberate others. And that's what we are here to do, to liberate a lot of you that are still inside that cage. You're still, somebody was saying, our job, it's a pyramid. Is this, is that? I said, look, you're actually working in a pyramid. Do you know that? If you're a nurse, you're not earning as your boss. You're not earning as your CEO. Your CEO earns times 3, times 4 of what your salary is. And there is never a time as an immigrant that you're actually going to earn what your CEO is actually earning. Is it possible as an immigrant? Maybe for some, maybe a fraction might get up there. When I was doing my master's, one of my thesis was talking about, Black Afro-Caribbean, where we are in the spectrum, in the business, cadre. We find out that majority are still below what we call banding, the banding level of between band 6 and band 7. Just few, just make it to band 8. Few. So if you're an immigrant listening to me, that you think that walking is the way forward. Darling, that's work. You will get to a point that you start asking yourself, excuse me, is this what life is all about? Because before you know, you're aging. Before you know, you're actually retired, you're due for retirement, they'll be begging you to leave, right? And that is why a lot of us, because I'm a nurse, I'm a retired midwife, right? Some of us can see those aunties when they retire and come back. I used to hold my hand on my head. Again, the second time I'm putting my hand on my head, say, hey, who do us? What is it? Why is it that people keep coming back? Because they didn't plan. There was no planning for retirement. They didn't plan, no side hustle, no nothing. That is why when they struggle, and then eventually retire, they still come back for more. Because if they stay at home, depression will finish them. So that is the problem. And that is the problem we're trying to solve here, guys. But before I keep going, let me quickly bring my sister Franca for a few minutes before we run this up. Thank you. Please unmute yourself, sis.
Right. Oh, hello everyone, whether you're viewing or listening to a replay. Hello, how are you? We hope you're well. Oh, you have had powerful messages from my sisters on this business, and thank you, Yumi. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Mary, for all those powerful. I always tell people, you don't. Most people do not fail. Most people wait. And I think because I was in that category, like just like Tony, I was like working 9 to 5. I've been in the IT world for over 30 years. I've done different roles from being a DBA to being a project manager, a release manager. I've done various things. And then it dawned on me, oh my God, just what you said earlier to Mary. I am reaching the retirement age. What have I got planned? I've been living paycheck to paycheck. I've been doing this work and I've been like telling myself, oh, I've got to do something. I've got to do something. It can wait. And that's why I said most people don't fail, but they are waiting. And how long are you going to wait for? Because when I decided to say, you know what, I've got to do something about it. I have got to take a leap. And you don't take a leap unless you overcome your fear, and you have a fear because there is actually something to achieve. You don't have a fear for something that I mean, if there's nothing there, there's nothing to fear. But you have this fear because there's something that can be achieved, and that's why you have that fear in you. So what do you need to do? Overcome that fear, tackle it, have a cultural and a mindset of like a shift in your mindset to say, I can do it. I'm not going to wait for permission from anybody. I'm not waiting for someone to tell me, because I'm going to do my own research and I'm going to investigate. And that's what I did. I did all of that and I came across this business. I spoke to people, I met people, because, and I keep telling myself, the thing that always resonated is like, you're not failing, but you've been waiting. And if you keep waiting, you will fail. But I don't want to fail. So I told myself, let me do something about it. And I researched and I joined this online community. And it's been one of the most wonderful things. Because for me, there's no boss, there's no government, there's no partner in the business to say, oh, whatever. And they're like, okay. So I'm now, it's like, I have this hope, but it's not coming with like a trap. Like what Tori just said earlier on. She's bought her ticket, everything. And then what happened? There's like that trap. Do you want your job? Then go on. If you want your job, you stay. If you don't want your job, go on holiday. So it's like an unrealistic trap. But then what do? We go with it because we have that fear that, okay, if I don't do it or whatever, I'm not going to have something. So fear is just like a receipt of like what you don't want to do. So what I did was, for me, this journey is a journey of hope without trap. Something that you just need to make the mindset, have a cultural shift. You are always good enough. You are more than capable. Everyone can do this. It is all on you to take that leap without thinking about whatever, to overcome the fear and say, you know what? Because the greatest of the greatest, they don't fear. They take a leap. And that's what you've got to do. Stop thinking, someone's got to push me. I'm just going to wait for this person and see how far they've gone. No, take your own leap of faith and do that journey and take your walk, because the cost of staying stuck is versus the risk of leaping. Oh my God, you will just be in the same place. If you stay stuck, you will come back in 2027 and you still be in the same spot. And you do not want that to do that to yourself. Trust me, it is not a good thing to do. I did that to myself. I did that for like 5 years before taking that leap of faith. And since I've done it, I haven't had any regrets. So I'm just encouraging you to sign up and be part of this movement, part of this business, because you will thank yourself that you take that leap. God bless you.
Awesome. So she's wrapped it up already. So guys, if you're watching this lovely podcast, can you please do the needful, right? Follow the link. You can see all the links on your on our screen or wherever you're going to be watching the replay from. Follow the link, check it out. That's all you need to do. We're not even saying you should do anything else. Just check it out. That's more than enough. And then watch our welcome webinar. And once you've done that, you will thank your very self the day you took that first step to say yes, to yourself. So thank you so much for watching, viewers. We hope that this has actually, imparted, some kind of knowledge and some kind of conviction, if that is the word, if you can use that word, to everybody watching this podcast. And until next time we come your way, God bless you and bye-bye for now. Bye.